welcome to or back to my channel. My name is Taylor and welcome to my tower. Today's video of course has to be Taylor Swift themed because it is her birthday. Today she turns 35, which is actually so crazy that I've been a fan of this girl since she was literally 16. And so for today's video, I really wanted to put together 13 of my favorites of Taylor Swift, whether that's songs, albums, merch, outfits, speeches, like all kinds of things that are Swiftie related. So a little OOTD, I wanted to show you guys the bow that I'm wearing because it's my favorite bow that I own. I am literally so freaking obsessed with this bow. I think that it is so cute. Just like the Tortured Poets dress on the Eras tour. This is the 1989 cardigan. I just have on some black leggings as well. Without further ado, let's get on into my Swiftie favorites. So we will start with my favorite album, which if you can't tell by what I chose to put behind me, that is Speak Now, Taylor's version. I grew up listening to this album religiously. For the most part, it really is such a perfect album. I love the variety of songs. We have some rock on here, we have some ballads, we have some heartbreak, we have perfect pop songs. Like, it's just so good. I just love how it sounds sonically, obviously. I think that Taylor sounds beautiful. I'm definitely more of a fan of like slower songs, so I feel like this album has quite a few of those, and I just love the purple, mystical, magical vibes of it. Taylor was actually considering naming this album Enchanted, and I almost wish that she did because I feel like I would love it even more because I love Enchanted. It was my favorite song for the longest time, and you already know how much I love magical things and Disney and princesses and all that kind of stuff, so I just feel like if she would have named this Enchanted, it would have made the album even better in my opinion. But I just love it so much. I always will. I don't know if it will ever be able to be topped for me because it's just my favorite. It has been for literally 14 years now. So let's get into my favorite song, which is obviously from this album as well, and that is actually going to be one of the vault track songs, and that is Timeless. I am a sucker for a good love song. This, I do truly believe, is one of the best love songs of all time. And that's just my opinion. I love the like old-fashioned kind of music video that I see in my head when I listen to the song. The first few notes like instantly like get me emotional, but in a good way. I just love the fact that Taylor is writing this from the perspective of someone that's in an antique shop and looking back on this love and just cherishing all the beautiful photos and memories that they have of this person, and no matter what timeline they existed in, that this love was going to happen because they are destined to be together. And I just feel like when you write about something like that, it just really puts that kind of love into perspective as to how deep it can really be. Oh, it's just so deep. It's so good. I think her vocals are beautiful. Like, literally everything about this song is so perfect in my opinion. And so Enchanted was my favorite song all the way up until Timeless was released. So it's so funny that Taylor's version actually brought me a new favorite song. I remember I couldn't even get through it for the first couple months listening to it without crying, just because it hits something inside of me, and it's really good. If you haven't listened, I would highly recommend because it really is just so good. And then the third Taylor Swift favorite is my favorite music video, and this one I think you guys might be a little bit surprised about, but it's actually going to be The Best Day. The entire music video is just home footage of Taylor's childhood, from when Andrea brought her home from the hospital, when they brought Austin home, and you know, all of the little memories that Taylor's referring to in the song. We can actually see them playing out on the screen, and it just reminds me so much of the kinds of home videos that my mom took of me when I was little, and just like the same kind of relationship that I have with my mom. So it's just really special because I feel like that's my song with her as well. I just love this music video so much because it's so personal and it's so simple. As much as I love her like super produced and edited and scripted kinds of music videos, there's just something about one that is so simple that I love. It just reminds me of when I was little and I would do my own little concerts on my bed, and my mom would come in with her little camcorder and I would just stand there with my little fake microphone and sing to her. So just like looking at this music video really reminds me of the videos that I have that are just like that. The mother-daughter bond that Andrea and Taylor have, and also the bond that I have with my mom, is just so similar. It's so special, it's so beautiful, and I just love how this music video captures that. My next favorite is actually my favorite Taylor Swift product that has ever been created, and unfortunately I don't have it to share with you guys, but I remember it all too well, and that is the Wonderstruck perfume. So Taylor released this in a typical Wonderstruck bottle, and then she had an Enchanted version. Both of these were truly some of the best perfumes I've ever smelled in my life. No, they are the best perfumes I've ever smelled in my life. But Wonderstruck specifically, I don't know what she put in this, but it is so good, and I really, really wish Taylor would bring it back because it's such a cute bottle, number one. I actually dressed up as the Wonderstruck bottle for the Eras tour, but the Wonderstruck bottle is literally just so freaking cute. I love how sparkly it was. I loved the charms on there. I loved the gold top. Like, the packaging in and of itself was perfect, let alone like the smell was literally so good. And also the commercial for this was amazing, and I really think that this perfume sparked my love for Enchanted even more. Like, just having the perfect perfume to go along with my favorite album and my favorite song back in the day was just literally perfection, and I really wish that she would bring this back because I would totally stock up on it. It is absolutely my favorite perfume of all time, and I do honestly really miss it. My next favorite is my favorite Eras tour outfit. So there was honestly so many good ones, but the one that I think of all the time when I think of the Eras tour, of course, is the one that is on the movie poster, and that is the Lover bodysuit. I really think that every bodysuit that she wore was literally perfection. The pink Lover bodysuit, I love the sparkles, the like bedazzling of it. I just feel like Taylor looks so good in like a light shade of pink, and I just think that it is the perfect outfit for the Lover set. And then next is my favorite photo of Taylor. This is a really hard one for me to choose. Obviously, there are millions of photos of Taylor that have been taken over the years, but the one that really comes to mind for me is this one where she is performing at the Eras tour. I just love all of the pink and like the fog that's on the stage with her, and the look that she's giving, and like this kind of beautiful ethereal look and vibe to this photo. It's like right up my alley. It's all pink and, you know, screams magical to me. But I also just love any photo where Taylor just looks genuinely happy to be on tour, when she's interacting with her fans. I think that those kinds of photos are so cute and perfect. And then the next category for these favorites is my favorite tour. So I have been to every tour since Red, which I feel really blessed to be able to say that. I have seen Red, 1989, Reputation, and of course the Eras tour. But I definitely have to say that Eras is my favorite, mostly because of Taylor's exponential growth from Reputation to this point, from her stamina to her vocals to the stage work, like the art and the lighting. Literally so much has gone into this tour, and I know that she has poured her heart and soul into it, and I can feel that when I watch it. I love that we have the movie for it. I love that it has literally been its own entire era for literally years now. There's just nothing like being in that stadium and trading those friendship bracelets and really just feeling the sense of community with thousands of other people inside and outside of the stadium. When Taylor came up with the concept for the Eras tour, I literally think she walked in the room and said,
my one thing was I went into the Disney Channel building and I sat down with the president of Disney Channel and I said, I want to make history. And that's what this is.
I truly do think that Taylor did make history with this tour. No, I don't think. I know that she did. And so just to be alive and being able to witness that is just absolutely incredible. So my next favorite is my favorite Taylor Swift movie. So obviously we have the Eras Tour movie. We also have Folklore, the Long Pond Studio sessions. We have Miss Americana. We have the Reputation tour. I personally really love any kind of like documentary style. So I would love to say that Miss Americana is my favorite Taylor Swift film, although there's just really something about Folklore, the Long Pond Studio sessions that I just will watch it all the time. It really is like a comfort movie for me. I just love hearing how she describes the songs, and you can really kind of get a feel for how her brain works. I just think that she's so incredibly smart, like literally to another level that I will never even be able to understand, but I just love her vocals. I love the vibes of this. It really is like a cozy comfort movie, and so I think I have to say that the Long Pond Studio sessions is my favorite film. So next is a fun one, and that is my favorite collector's item that I have. So this I remember getting for Christmas when I got my Red floor tickets that year, and so I love to just like think back to that memory. I think that this is so special because it's obviously Taylor's original album. It's not something I think will be available to purchase ever again, obviously, because we have Red Taylor's version now. I don't use it ever because it is literally a collector's item. Like I said, I just love this so much. I'm so grateful to have this. And then kind of sticking with that category, I wanted to share my favorite piece of Taylor Swift apparel. I do have to say that the 1989 cardigan is my favorite. I personally really love this shade of blue. I love that it says 1989 in the corner, but it's nothing like too loud. And I also really love the seagulls along the back. The bottom also says TS, but yeah, I just really love this unique shade of blue, and I'm just very happy to own this cardigan. And then another one of my favorites that I thought was kind of unique to add to this list is my favorite speech that she has ever given. One of the reasons that I love Taylor so much is obviously because she is an amazing person, but it's also just the fact that her advice and the way she words things has really kind of shaped me into the person that I am. Obviously, I credit a lot of who I am to my mom, but when I think of, you know, giving back, I think of Taylor. When I think of just like being a girl's girl, I think of Taylor. I really loved the Billboard Woman of the Decade speech, but my favorite speech of hers is definitely her NYU 2022 commencement speech. And what I really love about that one is just her advice. I love that she says, you know, you are going to fail, you're going to make mistakes, you're gonna hurt people. And I love that she says sometimes the best thing to do is to take a step back and apologize, admit when you're wrong.
We are led by our gut instincts, our intuition, our desires and fears, our scars and our dreams. And you will screw it up sometimes. Anyway, hard things will happen to us. We will recover. We will learn from it. We will grow more resilient because of it. And as long as we are fortunate enough to be breathing, we will breathe in, breathe through, breathe deep, and breathe out.
I just really love Taylor's overall message in this entire speech, but I just really love this part in specific because it's so true. Like, we are going to make a ton of mistakes in our life, and you're also going to be hurt by a lot of people in your life, and you can either let it, you know, weigh you down and make you give up, or you can use it as fuel to continue to be better and do better. And I just really try to live by that. So yeah, I just love her so much. I love her wording so much. I love when she gives speeches. So this one is definitely my favorite. And then this next one is literally just for fun because she has so many of them. I thought it would just be a fun one to throw in here, but that is my favorite ex of hers. My favorite, I feel like, is the same as everybody else's, and that is Taylor Lautner, or Taylor Lautner is how you actually pronounce it. I just think he's a really good guy. I do listen to his podcast with his wife now. I feel like from what we know, he is the only ex who truly treated her right. I just love the songs that we have about him. I love that they're friends now, and I love that he was also in her I Can See You music video. I just love their friendship now. I just think that they've both grown into such really good people. And I just thought that this would be a funny little thing to include. But yeah, I'm definitely a huge Taylor Swift and Taylor Lautner fan. And then my last favorite is none other than my favorite era. I really love the Speak Now era, but when I think of eras as a whole, when I think of Taylor's vibes and when I think of colors and artwork and like just like the overall vibes of the time period for her, I have to say that Lover is my favorite. I really love how, you know, we got Miss Americana out of that. I love that we really got Taylor's political stance, and obviously it's one that I agree with, so I'm really proud of her for speaking out and believing in what's right. I also just love all the rainbow, the pink, the sparkles. I think that she was just so happy and in love, and I just get really good vibes from that entire era. I just love, you know, all the colors. Like I said, I love the Lover album. I love how happy and free-spirited Taylor was, and she just created that album out of pure love and joy, and I feel like I can really feel that when I listen to this album and when I think of this era. So I love all of the vibes of the Lover era. So that is it for all of my swiftie favorites. So once again, happy birthday to Mother. I would love to know what your favorite is in the comments, whether it's a favorite song, album, any of the categories that I discussed, or just something else. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up because it really helps out my channel. Also be sure to subscribe for many more vlogmas videos coming your way, and I will see you real soon. Bye.